All right, and now we're in Act 9. We just got done killing Lunaris and Solaris. We ended up getting both of our major god powers, and now we're going to run through the Blood Aqueducts, level 61, and we're 61 as well, which is great. We're going to try to go to Highgate, which is at the end of this area. Just moving along this downward area here. Ooh, another Chaos Orb. Wonderful. That's going to be very useful. Alright, going across the river. The Blood River, it looks like. Ceremonial Axe is a one-handed axe. That's great. Take a look. See if it does anything better. Oh my gosh! That's really good. Let's see if it does any more damage than what we're currently doing. Oh my goodness gracious. We need to change the colors to red. That's excellent. So as you can see, we go from 35 to 53. So that's almost a 2,000 DPS increase, which is absolutely amazing. This will surely one-shot all of the enemies that we get. And one of the big reasons why is because the maximum damage is increased. Remember, the yellow or the orange, or sorry, the blue will drain our mana. Don't worry about the smuggler's cache. But this also has 108 increased physical damage. And then an increased 21% attack speed, which is very massive. And don't forget, the red, blue, and green socketed and linked items will give us a chromatic orb, which is very nice. That's what we want. Level those 2 gems up. And as you can see, just one single swipe gets rid of every enemy on screen. These yellow enemies take a little bit longer, but not nearly the amount of time that they took before, because our axe is so strong. Alright, now we're into Highgate. Excellent. Alright, now let's talk to the NPCs, get our quests.
Until next time.
Talk to Tasuni over here.
Of course.
And see if there's any NPCs up here as well. And there aren't. Okay. Level up physical gem. And now, let's see what we're going to do. So we're here. Let's go. So we still need to get this area over here. We need to go down there and go right. But we're going to get this one block here next, because that's where it says it wants to go. So we're going to get this one block there. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to branch down here. We're going to get that, and we're going to go down this way and get these. That's what this build guide planner tells us to do. And that's what we're going to do. We also need to get our 3rd Ascendancy by level 66. And we're level 62, so
there'll be time for that soon enough.
we're almost to the end. So let's sell these items we have. Sell those items, get some currency. And we're going to keep moving down here. We're going to go to the... We need to find the Stormblade, find Oyun, save her from Kira, and also find the Basilisk Acid and the Trarthan Powder. So we're going to go to the Descent over here, off to the right. And we're going to go downwards. So instead of going upwards before, we're now going to go down to the sand. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. That was a tough guy. Whoa. Frozen. Siege Axe. Let's take a look. Could be better than what we have. Doubtful, but let's take a peek. Huh. More physical damage. Flat physical damage. All right, let's take a look. We're at 53, 73, and it's 41. Okay, so not as good than what we're using, but that's okay. At least we tried. We're always on the lookout for a one-handed axe that has physical damage with it. That way we can deal the most damage as we possibly can. We're looking for a supply hoist. That's the next area right here. Supply hoist. We're going to click on it, and it's going to go down another level. Let's see what's Bloodthirst support. Nope, we don't want that. Looking for another supply hoist. Spiked shield, that gives us a chromatic orb. Ancient gauntlets. Orb of Scouring. Alright, another supply hoist there. Level up the Stone Golem. We're looking for the entrance to the Vashiri Desert. So looking for the entrance to a desert once we're here. All right, orange door. Great. Oh, nice. The desert. That's where we wanted to go. Okay. All right, so we got a couple of things that we're going to do here. We first need to find the storm-weathered chest, which is going to be surrounded. It's going to be like an area. We'll see a green marker to let us know it's a quest. Let's get that moonstone ring. See what it does. Well, that's not very good. We don't want minus cold resistance, so let's get rid of that. No need for that. But let's take a look and see if it's valuable at all. One chaos resistance, so nah, not very good. We don't need it. Not really necessary for what we're doing. Hey, worm scale boots. Awesome. This could be good. Let's take a look at what these boots have. They might have good movement speed. Let's see. No movement speed, no movement speed, no movement speed. There's movement speed, but no resistances. There's chaos resistance. That's pretty good. Let's get these two here. See what these have. No movement speed. All right. Cold, chaos, and movement speed. That's great. I'm happy we went through each one and checked. All right, now we are fully maxed out on our fire resistance. We're fully maxed out on our cold resistance, and we're fully maxed out on our lightning resistance. And we even have positive chaos resistance, which is great. So we're no longer in the negatives anymore. And it's got 3 sockets, so that's pretty nice. So we can get rid of this and get rid of that. Awesome. So we don't have to worry about cold damage anymore. Damaging us beyond our health. Desert Brigantine. I don't know about that, if that would be necessarily good. But we can take a look. Oh, 5 socket. Cool. We don't need any of those items. We need resistances on it is what we need. So, got another 5 socket. Not very good there. Take a look at this. There's chaos resistance. That's pretty good. Let's take a look at these items here. See if there's anything good. Not good. Not good. And not that good. Fire, cold, and lightning. That's good. And that. So let's hold on to this because it's got all 3 resistances. It's got more lightning. It's got... but it doesn't have any health. Let's actually not hold on to that because health is what we need. We need some more health, so... So chromatic. Let's open the strong box. Abyssal Axe is 2-handed. Labrys is also 2-handed, so we can't use any of that. Cool. Here's the waypoint. Nice. We're still looking for the storm-weathered chest. And again, we'll find that by having a green name of something. Let's get this skill point here somewhere. We're going downward to there. Remember, if we're unsure, we can always check the POB. This goes down there, and it gets this one here. Cool. And remember, red, blue, green means we get a chromatic orb. So we're going to hold on to that to get the chromatic orb. East talk. We don't need the East talk. What is this? Doresso's Passion. For 1 alch, so probably not the best item. We don't want to go into the foothills. We're looking for a chest, a storm-weathered chest. Looks like it's probably going to be somewhere over here. Crimson Jewel to take a look at what we got. Nope, I don't think it's very good at all. Try to sell that, but it probably won't work that well because it fulfills a lot of different categories. When we don't want to fulfill a lot of different categories, we want to only have, you know, a niche build. We want all the gem, all the jewel stats to be of the same type. So attack speed with axes, poisoning with axes, bleed damage with axes. You get the picture. Okay, storm weather chest, that's what we're looking for. It wants us to defeat the mummies, which is great. This is going to be easy. Make sure we kill these Goliaths up here. And that drops a Stormblade. Wonderful. That's what we need. Awesome. It says return to town with the scroll of portal. We're going to hand this to Petrus and Vanage. We're going to pick the axe because that's what we use. And that's not better than what we're using, so that's okay. Sell these items.
See ya.
And then we go back into the portal scroll. Speak to Sin. Speak to this guy. Get the bottled storm.
There'll be time for that soon enough.
Go back to the desert. Find the entrance to the oasis, which is right up here. Oasis. And we're going to try to find the sand pit. We're going to face off against another mini boss. Uh-oh, freezes me. That's not good. Good thing I had something to defend myself. Boots. No move speed. We have another hideout here if we want to get another hideout. Remember the hideouts. You'll have to clear all the enemies in the hideout in order to gain access to it. We're looking for the sand pit is what we're looking for here. Remember, the blue will siphon our mana. This is going to be a chromatic orb because it's in the gray color there, as well as being a blue, green, and red linked item. Looks like this is where... Okay, cool. The sand pit. That's where we need to go. Awesome. Some boots. Tower shield. Let's kill these guys here so we can take a look at the items we got. Oh my gosh. Please stop coming. Alright, thankfully. Oh my gosh. Come on now. Let's see. Movement speed, attack speed, and fire resistance. Well, we don't need the fire resistance, so that's probably not as good. Nice. That's immunity to chill and freeze. That's pretty good. And that's a lot more HP, but it does remove 10% of life recovered from mana when used, and we don't want that. Yeah, we don't want that. Okay, this is good amount of life. It's got fire resistance. It's got some armor, but it doesn't have any of the chaos resistance that we need, or the elemental resistance. So we're not going to pick up this. We're not going to keep that. Let's see how much this costs. Still 1 alch, so not as good. And we don't need that either. Let's go into the sand pit and fight this next boss. Alright, this monster will have quicksand, and if we stay in it... Let me see here. There we go. If we stay in the quicksand, we will sink into the quicksand, and it'll lower our defenses. So, slowed by quicksand is what it says. So in order to get out of the quicksand, we get to an area where there's not a swirling sand pit, like these ones here, where I'm standing. Go to the Swallowing Sands. Continue the boss fight. While he's jumping out, we can attack him. If we're lucky, if we hit in the right direction. Otherwise, we'll just have to fight all these scorpions, getting slowed down by the quicksand. Alright. Cardinal boots. No move speed, so not as good.
Be free from the torment
All right, and we got another.
Want to be proud of this one.
This one in the far corner right over here that I'm pointing at. That's the one that we received. 50% less duration of poisons on you, and you cannot be poisoned while there are at least 3 poisons on you. So this could be good if we, say for instance, are going in a map that has a lot of poison damage being done. Normally we wouldn't have this on us because, you know, we don't encounter too many poisoned enemies in the campaign. So just going to keep what we have here, the Laceration of Ignite, and we have one more that we need to get. And obviously, as you can see, even if you get 10 stacks of quicksand and you're engulfed in sand, you will not sink in, so don't be alarmed if you end up getting 10 stacks. It just means that you move slower. And the way to get out of it is to stay out of it for a certain amount of time, and that will allow you to kind of get out of here. So, all right, so let's go to town. Let's talk to Irasha. Get the Book of Skill. Sell some items. Use the passive, and we're going to get this down now. Awesome. So this has a 10%, minus 10% to maximum chance to block attack damage, 10% to maximum chance to block spell damage, and 2% chance to block spell damage for each 1% overcapped chance to block attack damage. So what that means is my chance to block attack damage is not at max right now. If it was, every 1% over my blocked chance to, every 1% over the maximum of my chance to block attack damage, I will gain 2% chance to block spell damage. So we want to get our block attack damage very high. That will give us a good modifier to have. Oops, you can't see the screen right now. So the chance to block attack damage right here is at 46% right now for me. We want to get this as high as we can so that we'll have a 2% chance to block spell damage for each 1% overcapped chance to block attack damage. So that's what we'll be going for right now. And we're going to move here and then go down to here as well to give us some more blocked attack damage and also increase our blocked spell damage. So we have all of our currency. That's great. Let's go back to the Lacerate Desert. And we don't have it explored because we weren't in the area for longer than 15 minutes. And now we're going to try to enter the foothills. I think I remember the foothills being up here last I checked, but it's a different map layout. Not exactly the same as it was before. Get some boots there. Movement speed. No chaos resistance. We need chaos resistance. Let's see. Foothills? Yes, foothills. Cool. And we need to find a waypoint, usually located in the upper right part of the map. Oh, there it is. Nice. Got the waypoint here. Great. All right. Now we need to enter the Boiling Lake, which is right here. Cool. The Boiling Lake, we're going to be looking for the Basilisk Acid. And that'll usually be towards the top of the map. top being the area that's away from the waypoint. We'll start to see enemies that are petrified. That's how we know we're close. Alright, so this is how we know we're close, when we see enemies like this that are frozen in stone. And there's a Basilisk. Cool. Let our bleed do all the damage. And we're going to get the Basilisk acid. Great. Alright, now we're going to enter, we're going to go back to the foothills. Let's exit to character select screen, log back in, go to Sin, find the Trarthan powder. We're going to go to the foothills, and then we're going to enter the tunnel. It is usually found in the upper or upper left part of the area. So we're going to go up here. We're going to go to the upper left side of the map. All right, the tunnel. Excellent. Let's use our skill point. And remember, we're going down here first. And then we're going to go around. Now we're at 48. Cool. So once we're here, we're going to try to acquire the waypoint. We also have the Lord's Labyrinth to complete in here. So we got to find the waypoint, and we're also trying to find the Lord's Labyrinth. So... looking for the book for the Lord's Labyrinth. Orb of Fusings, that's great. I think a Karui axe is a two-handed axe. No, it's a one-handed axe. Let's take a look. See if we get anything good. Oh my goodness. Is that any better than what we're using? Let's see. Mouse over to this. Nope. It's close, but it's not as good as what we're using, so we're going to drop that. Chaos Orb, nice. More Chaos Orbs, the better. Worm Scale Boots to see if we've got movement speed. We don't. Armor scrap. We got a waypoint here. That's great. Let's use this. Wow. Extra crits. Molten shell. All right. And a butcher axe. Huh. I don't think it'll be better than what we have. Although, let's take a look. Offense, we're at 55-12. That brings us to 39. So, no, that's not as good. We don't want that. Endurance, another Divination card. We got June. This is another mechanic. Doesn't matter. This is the quarry. Alright, so we don't want to enter the quarry yet. We want to try to find the Lord's Labyrinth, because that's what we have to do in this zone. Maybe it's over this way. Let's go check. We got the waypoint. That's good. Nope, not that way. Maybe it's further down south. Nope, not that way. Maybe it's over here to the right. Remember, we know the Lord's Labyrinth is here because the quest came up on the right-hand side there. So it's somewhere in this area, and we've discovered most of the areas already. So it's got to be this way off to the left here. There's the book. Nice, and that's where we are. Another Trial of Ascendancy. So I think this is the 11th trial. Just going to keep moving through here. It's going to bleed us there. That's okay. And there we go. There's our entrance. Or ending, rather. Awesome. And that's the tunnel. Our last one is going to be the Ossuary, Act 10. Let's go into here and teleport out. Now we can go back to the original area, back up north, and try to find the entrance to the quarry, which was upon us earlier. We had already found the location, which is great. Let's see. It says run straight into the middle of the zone and acquire the waypoint. All right. There's the waypoint. Good. Then it says enter the refinery. Let's see. Cool. Going to the refinery here. Alright, so we got two things to do here. We have to get the Trarthan powder. We also have to slay an enemy for a skill point book. So let's do this. Identify that. No movement speed. This quest objective says follow the left side to find the Shrine of the Winds. Let's get the Divine Life Flask. Could be better than what we're using. Chill and Freeze. Nice. Divine is the most. Awesome. Level up Cruelty. General Aduz. This will be where we get our Trarthan powder. Whoa. Whoa. Alright, nice. We did that. Go through here. Get the Trarthan powder.
Oh, Travis. How I miss the people.
Remember, we're looking for the Shrine of the Winds. Try to get another passive skill point. Leveling up these skill gems. Let's see if... Let's see if, servers need to restart here, so... Let's double check to see if this is where we need to go. So, the quarry... is there. The refinery is there. That's possibly the Shrine of the Winds. Looks like we've explored all of this area here, though. Yeah, it looks like it. Let's go search, try to... Oh, we had something drop. Quartz flask. Cool. Looks like we might have to enter that area via the quarry. So let's teleport back to town. Let's go to the quarry. And let's check the left side. There we go. Shrine of the Winds. We're going to kill this lady here. Watch her health drop from the top. right.
My love.
We got us a feather.
You were too beautiful for this ugly world. I shall find you in the... It shames me.
And we got our final...
That's one way to end the marriage.
Our final minor passive. So 60% reduced effect of shock on you. So that's pretty good. Let's go back to town. Turn this in. Get our skill point. Talk to Sin. Meet him at the quarry. So now we're at 51% chance to block. We're going to go to the quarry, and then we're going to go to the... Talk to Sin. He's going to open up the belly of the beast. We're going to go into the belly of the beast.
Here I go again.
Alrighty. And hopefully we can make it through here before the servers reset. If we can't, I will pause it. Oh, Realm is restarting in 25 minutes. Okay, we could totally make this. Totally make this. This is good. I'm gonna be running through this area here, trying to find the exit, trying to find the orange door. Oh, Lathy. All right. You remember we got the blue, green, red. That's going to give us our chromatic orb. We want to keep getting chromatic orbs. That's a wonderful thing to get. Drool Maw. Didn't drop anything good. Alright, we'll just keep running back this way. Go through this entrance here. Nope. Looks like we have to go off to the right-hand side. Remember, this can freeze us, so let's take a look before we open it. We can identify it. Says it contains 226% more rarity in contained items, contains identified items, contains 3 additional items, and detonates nearby corpses. So be careful not to be next to it. Huh. These are the identified items, huh? Well, looks like there's no items that need to be identified. Okay. Just gonna run through here as well. Try to find the orange door. And again, this is gonna be another mechanic, a league mechanic. We don't need to do this. We can just skip it. Tower shield. Very nice to get. Orb of fusing. Very good. And we got our next area. Okay, not good. No resistances. So let's go to the rotting core. almost finished with this act. We need to go into a couple more places left, and then we will be finished. Here's the door. The black core. Alright, so we can enter one of the 3 areas. Does not matter which one. I'm going to go in Shavronne's shadow here. And we'll have to face off against the enemies once we get to the ending point. Remember, for our talent selection, let's get rid of these guys here. We can choose our talents. Right, so our talent point here. '64 is the level of the area, and we're 65, so that's okay. We're about 1 level above, which is totally fine. And we have the next area here, Shavronne's Arena. We're going to fight Shavronne here. Keeping a close eye out for that big lightning ball that she does. Whoa. All right. Ambush boots. Let's see if they have maximum movement speed. They don't. Going into the black core. Then we're going into the next portal. Maligaro's Misery. Remember, Foul Staff. This can be used for red, green, blue socketed. That'll give us a chromatic orb. So that's very nice. Let the bleed do all the damage. There's the orange door there. Maligaro's Arena. Letting the bleed do all the damage. Wonderful. And lastly, we go into Doedre's Despair. There's going to be these curses posted all over the place. A good idea is to kill these cursed areas if you're nearby them. Otherwise, you can just skip them. The red one is the most impactful. The red one will cause you to bleed. And if multiple enemies are hitting you, it could cause a pretty nice sized bleed. So red is going to be a good one to take down if you're going to take down any of them. Going to progress through here. Here's Doedre's Arena. And we have these. And then for this, we'll just get behind the monolith. Try not to destroy the monoliths if you don't have to. Although they do increase your damage taken the longer they're up. But we'll just let our bleed do all the damage here. And that gets rid of that. So then we talk to Sin, and we go into the Black Core and kill the Depraved Trinity. Or Black Heart, rather. Alright, and this is basically going to be all 3 enemies in one. So pay attention to their abilities that they use. Again, we're just going to let our bleed do most of the work. They'll spawn these spiders or these scorpion type things. And just let our bleed do all the work here. Gets to another percentage, 33%, and he's going to stop. After this, let our bleed do all the work here. And that's the final part. We're going to pick up these items here. And let's see, identify this and identify that. That could be good. Let's check. Increase attack speed while holding a shield, increase attack damage while holding a shield, and chance to impale. No, not that good. Alright, talk to Waylem Roth. Talk to Lily Roth. And now we're going to sail to Oriath, and that's going to be the end of Act 9.